Hey guys, my name is Max and welcome to my movie channel. Today I'm going to be answering the age-old philosophical question that keeps Blu-ray collectors awake at night. And that question is... So before we get things started, I just want to tell everybody out there that I like both Steelbooks and Slipcovers. I'm a fan of both. I own many of both. But there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And I have several examples of both. Steelbooks and slipcovers. Good examples and not so good examples. So I plan on showing you those in this video, and then after all is said and done, I'm going to reveal to you which I prefer, Steelbooks or Blu-rays. So with that said, let's get started. Let's start out with slipcovers. There is one problem that is very prominent with slipcovers, and I have a representation of that problem right here. Taken 3. This is a terrible movie. It's laughable. I hate this film. Don't watch it. But check this out. Notice how on the front you have the poster, right? On the back you have some screenshots, synopsis of the film. Okay. Here's the problem. That happens to a lot of films, even good ones. If you open it up and take it out, they're exactly identical on the front and on the back. So my question is, if I have all of the information on this slipcover on the disc, what do I need a slipcover for? I don't need it. Here's another example of the same exact problem on The Purge. You'll notice here's the front, here's the back. If I open it up, there's the front and there's the back. Just hear me out on this, right? If I'm paying money for The Purge and it comes with a slipcover and the slipcover is exactly the same, I honestly feel like they should not include the slipcover. Not because I don't like them. I really enjoy slipcovers. But I think that it would save on the cost of the film. Because honestly, what is the point of having a slipcover if the same information is on the disc itself? They would save on printing costs. They would save on distribution costs. They wouldn't have to pay for these slipcovers, and the film would come out probably $2 or $3 cheaper. That's how I feel. I honestly think that they should just exclude the slipcover if they're not going to do anything original with it. Now here's an example of a really good slipcover. Fight Club. I shouldn't be talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyways, kind of break the rules just for you guys, okay? Check out the front cover. It's very simple. What they did, I'm sure they just went back into the archives, found a picture from a promotional photo shoot of Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, slapped it on here, flip it over on the back. You can see this probably did not take a lot of time, this slipcover. But when you open it up, it's totally different on the front and also on the back. This was not a waste of money. This added something to it. This added a cool factor. Look at this picture. Look at that. Bloody knuckles, straightening his tie, smirk on his face, Brad Pitt in the background. That's cool. Better yet, it's not the same exact thing. I would show you Taken, but I threw it across the room. So honestly, I think that if they're not going to switch the slipcovers, if they're just going to have the same exact information on the slipcover as they're going to have on the Blu-ray case, they should just exclude it and save money on shipping, on printing it, and save us, the consumers, money when we're initially buying the films in the first place. They would probably sell more if it was less money. That's how I feel about it. But with all that out of the way, you know how I feel about slipcovers. Good examples, bad examples. Now let's get into Blu-ray Steelbooks. The good way to do it and the not so good way to do it. Alrighty guys, in my hands I have an example of not the best Steelbook ever. Shaun of the Dead. If you look at the U, you have his tie, you have the broken vinyl record, there's some blood splatter right there, and there's a hand shape inside of the shatter patterns of the vinyl record. Flip it around and there's a quote from the movie. It's just one of those days when you're feeling a little dead. And then you have the racket and what they were using to beat up those zombies with. Now if you open up the case, it's just plain black, nothing in there. It's not terrible, but it's not as good as it could have been if they added For example, a picture of them outside of the Winchester bar when they were singing and there was the zombie in the background. You guys know the scene that I'm talking about. Seems kind of like a wasted opportunity on the inside of this steelbook. Again, it's not bad, but it's not as good as it could have been if they put a little more effort into it. Here's an example of the right way to do a steelbook. Ironically, this steelbook has a slipcover of its own. This is Reservoir Dogs, 1992, Quentin Tarantino. You see on the front, let me take off the slipcover first. The slipcover, all it really adds is some blood splatter on the front, and if you turn it around, you see that it prints the bonus features on it, and you have all of the gang right there. My favorite one by far. You got Nice Guy Eddie, you got Mr. White, you got Mr. Blonde, you got Mr. Orange. Let's see who else. Oh, back here you got Mr. Pink, Mr. Brown, Mr. Blue, and Joe Cabot. Let me show you some of the artwork right here. You have Mr. White holding a gun. Here you got Mr. Blonde from the warehouse. You got Mr. Pink smoking a cigarette. You got Mr. Brown, Quentin Tarantino, holding his gun up. You have a car right there. You got all of them on that brick wall. It says Reservoir Dogs. It's just so stylish. I love this Blu-ray steelbook. And it's very smooth. You can tell that it's high quality. You flip it around. I already showed you them down here. You got them. You got a police car with the windshield riddled with bullets. Let's see what else we got. You have the revolver, Nice Guy Eddie's revolver. A can of gasoline from when he was going to burn the cop. You have, who is that? Oh, Nice Guy Eddie shooting the tied up cop. You have obviously the razor blade used to cut off the cop's ear, and then you have the pistol right there. Now if you open it up, here we go. It says Reservoir Dogs really big, and then you have, look how nice that disc looks in comparison to Shaun of the Dead. Super plain. It's not terrible, but it's nowhere near as good as Reservoir Dogs. This, for $20, is amazing. Alright guys, that is pretty much how I feel about the subject of Blu-ray steelbooks versus Blu-ray slipcovers. This video was exhausting to make. Thank God I'm on a couch, because if I was standing up or something, I would have passed out several times over. I must have recorded this video literally 10 to 15 times. The whole video, and then I'm like, nope, I don't like this. Nope, I don't like that. Nope, I don't like this. So, yeah, it's been an effort, but I'm glad that I was finally able to finish it up and bring it to you guys. Alright guys, it's time for me to reveal to you which I prefer, steelbooks or slipcovers. And to be quite honest with you, if I can get them both in one, like the Reservoir Dogs steelbook with the slipcover, I'll take that any day of the week. But if I can't, I'm gonna go with steelbooks. Ironically, I own more slipcovers than I do steelbooks. It's crazy. But I plan on continuing collecting both of them. I don't have a problem with slipcovers. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea out of this video. I enjoy slipcovers. It's just they can be done so much better, and often they aren't done to their fullest potential, and that kind of irritates me as a collector. You know, I feel that they could do something special, and it's just a wasted opportunity, and it's a waste of their money, and in turn, as a consumer, paying for a slipcover, you know, a couple extra dollars more isn't important to me if it's going to be the same exact thing as what I get on the Blu-ray case anyways. There are some phenomenal slipcovers like Fight Club, anything from Scream Factory with a slipcover, I'll take it. There's some that have half slip covers, like 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's a really interesting slip cover. So there, you always have options in between the slip covers and the Blu-ray Steelbooks and all that other stuff. But for me as a collector, personally, I prefer the Steelbooks. And if you feel differently, do me a favor, leave me a comment below telling me what you think, why you feel that way. I want to know. I want to connect with you guys in the comment section below. So leave me a comment and yeah.